Most people get this completely wrong. They think making more money automatically fixes their financial problems. But here's the truth no one tells you. For many Americans, the paycheck arrives and then quietly disappears within days. And if you've ever wondered why people earning good salaries still feel broke by the end of the month, you're about to understand exactly what is happening. Quick promise for you. In this video, you will learn why paychecks in the United States seem to vanish so quickly, where the money actually goes, and how everyday people can take control of their finances without needing a massive income boost. You will also learn the hidden traps that silently drain money from millions of workers every single month. Now let's get into it. First, let's clear something important. This is not about blaming individuals. This is about understanding a system that is designed in a very specific way. Once you understand that system, everything starts to make sense. Let's start with the most obvious reason. The cost of living has risen faster than income for many years. Rent, groceries, insurance, transportation, and healthcare have all increased significantly, but salaries have not kept pace for many people. Imagine someone named Jake. He earns what used to be considered a good salary 10 years ago. But today, his rent alone takes up nearly half of his paycheck. After utilities, groceries, gas, and subscriptions, there is very little left. And here's where it gets interesting. Jake is not irresponsible. He is simply living in a system where fixed costs are consuming most of his income before he even has a chance to save. Now let's go deeper. One of the biggest reasons paychecks disappear is something called lifestyle inflation. This is when spending increases every time income increases. You get a raise and instead of saving the extra money, your lifestyle upgrades automatically. A better apartment, a newer car, more dining out, subscriptions you forgot about. It feels normal, but over time, it creates a situation where higher income does not actually lead to more savings. Let's take another example. A person named Alex gets a promotion. He earns more money now, so he decides to move into a nicer apartment. He upgrades his phone. He eats out more often. On paper, he is doing better. But at the end of the month, his savings are the same as before. Now here's the problem. This cycle repeats quietly for millions of people. They believe they are improving financially, but in reality, their expenses are simply expanding to match their income. Now, let's talk about taxes because this is another major factor. In the United States, income taxes, Social Security, Medicare, and other deductions are taken directly from paychecks. That means the number you see on your job offer is not what you actually take home. So when someone says they earn a certain salary, the real money they receive is significantly lower. But here's where it gets interesting. Most people never calculate their real monthly take-home pay. They only think in annual salary terms. This creates a psychological gap between expectation and reality. Now let's move into another major drain. Credit cards, student loans, car loans, and personal loans all quietly eat into monthly income. And the dangerous part is that many of these payments feel small individually. But together, they create a heavy burden. Imagine John, who has a car payment, a credit card balance, and student loan repayments. Each one seems manageable on its own. But combined, they consume a large portion of his paycheck every month. Now here's the issue. Debt does not just reduce money. It reduces flexibility. It removes options. And when you lose flexibility, you feel like your paycheck disappears faster than it should. Now let's talk about something people rarely notice. Subscriptions. Streaming services, apps, gym memberships, delivery services, software tools. Each one is small. But together, they form what is known as invisible spending. You don't feel it leaving your account, but it accumulates quietly in the background. Now here's where it gets interesting. Banks and companies are very good at making spending feel effortless. One-click payments, saved cards, automatic renewals. All of this reduces friction. And when friction disappears, spending increases. Now, let's talk about housing again, because this is the biggest expense for most Americans. Rent or mortgage payments often consume a large percentage of monthly income. In many cities, housing alone can take 30 to 50% of earnings. And here's the problem. Even small increases in rent over time compound into major financial pressure. Now let's zoom out. When you combine housing costs, taxes, debt, subscriptions and daily expenses, you begin to see the full picture. The paycheck is not disappearing randomly. It is being allocated very quickly across multiple systems. Now let's talk about psychology, because this is where most people fail. Humans are not naturally good at tracking small recurring expenses. We notice big purchases, but we ignore small ones. That is why money leaks happen without awareness. For example, buying coffee every day feels harmless. But over a month, it becomes a significant amount. Ordering food delivery feels convenient. But repeated often, it changes your financial balance. Now here's the key insight. It is not one big problem. It is many small ones combined. Now let's move into another factor. Emergency spending. Emergency spending. Unexpected expenses like medical bills, car repairs, or family needs often disrupt budgets. Most people are not prepared for these costs, so they rely on credit cards or savings that are quickly drained. Now let's talk about income timing. Even when people earn enough money annually, the timing of expenses creates stress. Bills arrive at different times. Payments overlap. And cash flow becomes uneven. This makes it feel like money is disappearing faster than it actually is. Now here's where it gets interesting again. The financial system is not designed to make money disappear. But it is designed in a way where spending is easier than saving. Saving requires intention. Spending requires almost no effort. That imbalance is the core issue. Now let's move into solutions, because understanding the problem is only half the story. The first step is awareness. You need to know exactly where your money goes. Not roughly. Precisely. When people track expenses for the first time, they are often surprised. Small purchases they ignored suddenly add up to large amounts. The second step is separating fixed and flexible expenses. Fixed expenses are things like rent and loans. Flexible expenses are food, entertainment, and subscriptions. Once you see this clearly, you can start adjusting. Now here's the important part. You do not fix financial stress by cutting everything. You fix it by controlling flow. The third step is automation in a positive direction. Instead of only automating spending, you automate savings. Even small amounts saved automatically create long-term stability. Now, let's talk about mindset. People who stay financially stable do not think in terms of leftover money. They think in terms of allocation. Every dollar has a purpose before it is spent. Now here's the final insight. Most paycheck problems are not income problems. They are structure problems. The way money flows in and out determines financial stability more than the size of the paycheck itself. So if you are wondering why your money disappears, it is not just one reason. It is a combination of rising costs, lifestyle expansion, debt, subscriptions, and lack of tracking. But the good news is this. Once you see the pattern, you can break it. And that awareness alone puts you ahead of most people who are still trying to figure out why they feel stuck financially. To summarize everything clearly, paychecks in America disappear because expenses are structured to grow with income. Lifestyle inflation, fixed costs, debt, taxes, and small unnoticed spending all combine to reduce savings potential. The solution is awareness, tracking, and intentional money allocation. And here is the final takeaway. It is not about how much you earn. It is about how well you control what you already have. If you found this helpful, like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more real-world breakdowns like this. There is a lot more coming, and you don't want to miss it.